What's going on there, YouTube, and welcome to Fresh Comic Stories. Guys, this is the channel where we basically sit down and cover different kinds of comic book stories. Now guys, today we are going to jump back over to Marvel and we're going to continue our coverage over Ultimate Marvel. And guys, we are going to pick up with the Ultimate Fantastic Four once again. Now this storyline right here we are going to sit down and talk about today is going to be Ultimate Fantastic Four, the Frightful storyline. Now this storyline basically does wrap up the whole Marvel zombie thing in the Ultimate Marvel universe. So guys, if you do like today's video, please leave me a like down below and also subscribe for more comic book stories in the near future. But let's go ahead and dive into Ultimate Fantastic Four, the Frightful storyline. We pick up with the Human Torch in the Thing right now on a double date. Of course, the Thing, who we saw in our last video, met Alicia Masters. And of course, they began dating. But with all of these characters out on a date right now, eating at some kind of restaurant, you have a random car drive by and going out of control. And with that happening, you have the car about to crash into a fuel tank. And so you have the Human Torch go be a superhero and save the driver before her and the car crash into the fuel tank. And so with that happening, you would think the day is saved because you have the Human Torch start to hit on the driver because she is very beautiful. Right when he's about to say another line to her, that is when we see something's wrong with the Human Torch. He grabs his stomach and he starts to throw up on the ground, meaning that something is wrong with him. We then jump back over to the Baxter Building, but we pick up with the Human Torch in the Thing arriving back to the Baxter Building to see what is wrong with the Human Torch. Of course, you have Susan tell Johnny Storm that Reed Richards has a machine that should be able to detect what is wrong with Johnny, which of course the next page we get to see what is wrong with Johnny Storm. We learn from both Charles Xavier, who is there, and from Reed that Johnny has a parasite in him. And when the Fantastic Four went into the end zone, which we did cover that storyline in a previous video, we learned that when they went in there, Johnny brought back a parasite with him. That this parasite chose him because Johnny was the strongest member of the Fantastic Four. But after the parasite grows strong enough that it does not need Johnny anymore, it will go around and kill the entire Earth. And so the Fantastic Four has 7 days to figure out what the heck to do with this parasite. And so now there's a ticking clock on how to save Johnny and get rid of the end zone parasite. You have Susan go to Crystal, who is an Inhuman, who we saw in Ultimate Fantastic Four Annual #1. Susan believes that the Inhumans have technology that could somehow figure out how to save Johnny's life. But you have Crystal tell Susan that she cannot even use the Inhuman technology to help Johnny. Remember, the Inhumans hate the human race. They believe to be better than humans and mutants. And so when the Fantastic Four came to the home of the Inhumans left Earth and went to the moon because they felt like their home had been tainted by regular humans. And so you have Crystal tell Susan that the only reason why she came here to talk to Susan was to have Susan tell Johnny that Crystal said goodbye because she still has some love for Johnny. We then jump over to Reed Richards talking to the Marvel Fantastic Four zombies, hoping they can help him save Johnny. But the zombie Reed Richards does not want to help Ultimate Reed because the zombie Reed is planning to break out of his prison so they can take over the Earth. Remember, the Marvel zombies are from another universe, but their goal is to take over this planet because, well, there's more people for them to eat. But after Reed got a no from Zombie Reed, you had the Thing tell Reed that they have one more person they can ask. And of course, Reed never even thought about asking that person. And so the person he is talking about is Dr. Doom, which really we have not had him play a big role since the Dr. Doom storyline. Then the first chapter closed with Zombie Susan Storm saying that it is time to break out of their prison. And so we pick up with the zombies right now under watch by the army. Because remember, the Baxter Building is owned by the government. This place was a thinking tank with a bunch of children building things for the government. And so they have soldiers there as a way to protect the building. But the Fantastic Four left the Baxter Building to go to Latveria to go talk to Dr. Doom, hoping he has a way to save Johnny's life. And so the army is watching over the zombies while the Fantastic Four are all gone. But you then have Zombie Reed tell the army that he has modified a pen, that this pen is now able to teleport the zombies anywhere they want to in the world, saying this is how they are going to break out of their prison. And so you have the Zombie Reed press the button and the zombies just disappear. And so with that happening, you have the army rush into the room freaking out. That is when we find out it was a trick. The zombie zoo just turned the zombies Fantastic Four invisible as a way to trick the army. And so now you have the zombies just on a rampage throughout the Baxter Building. You have the staff of the Baxter Building move Johnny, who is still sick and infected, to the lower level. You have Franklin Storm seal off every floor from the 40th floor and up as a way to keep the zombies trapped. Franklin Storm now has to call in S.H.I.E.L.D. in the Ultimates, hoping they will be enough to stop the zombies before they leave the Baxter Building and destroy the Earth. But that is when you have Zombie Reed tell Franklin Storm that even though they are trapped on the top part of the Baxter Building, they have everything they need to complete their goal, which we learn later on because... And we jump over to Reed, Susan, and Ben, who are right now in Latveria, and they are meeting up with Dr. Doom to see if he is able to help them with Johnny, since he is the last person they have asked for help. And so of course, you do have Victor say yes, but he reveals something big to the group, that basically Mary Storm has been working with Dr. Doom this whole time, that he was the one who has been funding her operations. And so of course, you have Susan freak out, and she is pissed off that her mother is working with a madman who had tried to kill the Fantastic Four multiple times by now. But you do have Victor and Reed go into another room to talk about how he is going to help Johnny and fix the whole problem. You have Victor tell Reed a story about the monster that is inside Johnny, saying that it came from Atlantis and it was sent into the abyss, which somehow teleported into the end zone. But it was sent there to protect the world from any form of harm at all. You then have Victor tell Reed that the only way he will help if they switch minds, because a mind swap would put Victor in Reed's body, but will also be the ultimate defeat for Reed, because he is now asking for help from a man he does not like, and now he'll be trapped inside that man's body as well. But we also come to find out that really the monster did not come from the end zone. Like literally in the next page, Reed finds out that Victor summoned the creature here. But after they talk for a few more minutes, you have Susan and Ben walk into the room to get Reed, because now they're getting a call from the Baxter Building saying, hey look, we need your help, the zombies are on the loose right now. But we then jump over quickly to the Baxter Building, where we learn that the zombie Reed is working in the lab to rebuild the teleporter that brought the zombies here in the first place. Now at first, Franklin Storm thinks that the zombies are doing this as a way to go back home, but in reality, they are using this teleporter to bring their friends from the Marvel Zombie universe into the Ultimate Marvel universe. Now we do get a random 2-page flashback that really shows us that Reed and Dr. Doom did switch bodies, And this 2-page setting is honestly just confirmation to tell us, yes, Reed did go through with the deal with Dr. Doom to switch bodies to basically save Johnny and also get rid of the Marvel zombies before they bring any more zombies into the Ultimate Marvel Universe. And so right now, Reed and Dr. Doom have switched minds. They have switched bodies completely. We pick up with Reed and the rest of the team appearing at the Baxter Building. Now remember, this is Dr. Doom inside the body of Reed Richards, but he is telling everyone that he has a game plan to bring down the zombies thanks to the plan of Dr. Doom. But you have Victor tell everyone that he needs to save Johnny first because he is part of the plan. But you have everyone tell Reed, who is not Reed, that Johnny can wait. He has a few more days until the parasite breaks out of Johnny's body. Right now, in 45 minutes, the zombies will be able to open up a portal to bring more zombies into the Ultimate Marvel world. But you have Victor tell everyone that he is going to save Johnny first and then stop the zombies. And so you have Victor go up there and he basically starts the ritual as a way to get rid of the parasite out of Johnny's body. Which at first it is actually working, where the parasite actually does leave the body of Johnny. But here comes the big problem. Victor messed up saying the spell to get rid of the parasite. It was supposed to be teleported back into the end zone, but instead it gets teleported outside the body of Johnny Storm, where everyone is like, oh crap, we just failed big time. And so now the parasite is looking for a new host, and you have everybody think it would be Thor, since the Ultimates are all there right now waiting to see if they need to move in and kill off the zombies. But the parasite does not pick him at all. Instead, the parasite actually goes to Dr. Doom, which is Reed in the body of Dr. Doom. But this is where you have Reed, who's in the body of Dr. Doom, be in one-man army. He absorbs the parasite to keep it from going anywhere else. Then he goes inside the Baxter Building to fight against the zombies and stop them from bringing more of their friends from coming over. He goes in and kills off every single member of the Fantastic Four zombies like they were nothing. Now remember, this is Reed in the body of Victor, but with the magic spells Victor had put on his own body. And Reed was able to kill off the zombies just like that. But with the parasite in the body of Victor, you have Reed say two things. One, that him and Victor have switched bodies, which now everyone knows now. But the second thing he says that he is going to go through the portal to the zombie world to keep the parasite from destroying the Ultimate Marvel Universe. But you have Victor switch bodies again to put them back in their own bodies again. The reason why is because he does not want to give Reed the praise for being a hero by taking the parasite into the zombie universe. Victor wants to be the big hero of the day, and so he switched the bodies back and goes into the portal, which now removes Dr. Doom from the Ultimate Marvel Universe. And that is how the day was saved. And matter of fact, guys, this is the end of the story, with Victor Von Doom now being removed from the Ultimate Marvel Universe, with him being trapped in the zombie Marvel Universe with the parasite. And so right now, there is no Dr. Doom in the Ultimate Marvel Universe. But guys, this is the end of today's video, or today's storyline for this video. Now guys, when it comes to Ultimate Fantastic Four, the Frightful storyline, I have to say this right here. This is probably one of my favorite titles favorite storyline, in the Ultimate Fantastic Four line. Now, honestly, it's not hard for this storyline to be my favorite one, because when it comes to Ultimate Fantastic Four, to me, it was the weakest link out of all the Ultimate Marvel stuff. I love Spider-Man, I love the early X-Men stuff, and I even love the early Ultimate stuff. But when it comes to Ultimate Fantastic Four, honestly, to me, it was just there. It was just there in the Ultimate Marvel universe. Marvel tried and tried to make it popular, but no one liked it. And so when it comes to Frightful, there's a reason why I like this storyline so much, because honestly, it's a good storyline, but it's easy to be your favorite. Like, if you read any other storyline in the Ultimate Fantastic Four line, this storyline right here can topple any of them. You cannot sit down and tell me that Dr. Doom storyline was better, or the Namor storyline was better, or even the beginning, the origin of the Fantastic Four was better. Like, no. This is honestly the best storyline in the Ultimate Fantastic Four, and there's no other story that will top this. And you guys will see that down the road as we cover different storylines from the Ultimate Fantastic Four line. But guys, this is the end of today's video. So please leave me a like down below and also subscribe for more comic book stories in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read? Well, let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But guys, I will see you on the next comic book video. Later, guys.